Okay, so picture this. You're backpacking through rural Japan. No Wi-Fi, no cell service, and you desperately need to ask for directions.
Oh, I've been there.
Right. Now imagine, instead of struggling with a phrase book, your phone just translates languages in real time, even offline.
Now that's the kind of future I can get behind.
And that's exactly the kind of future that on-device AI is making possible.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. All that power right in your pocket.
Exactly. And today we're diving deep into one particular app that's pushing those boundaries. PocketPal AI. Our deep dive today is powered by a recent article just came out last month, actually, September 27th to be exact, from TechWave Arena.
Catchy name.
Right. And the article itself is titled, Run Llama 3.2 3B on your smartphone. PocketPal AI brings advanced AI models to iOS and Android.
Okay, so they're not messing around with that title. They're getting straight to the point.
No kidding. So for our listeners who haven't had the chance to check it out yet, what is PocketPal AI? In a nutshell, it's an app available on both iOS and Android. They actually link to the app stores in the article, so we'll be sure to include that. But basically, it lets you run these really complex AI models directly on your phone.
No cloud needed.
No cloud needed. And the big deal here is they've managed to get the Llama 3.2 AI model up and running on these devices.
Okay, so we're talking about a language model here, and not just any language model. This thing can understand and generate human-quality text. I mean, that's like having a super-powered writing assistant in your pocket.
So let's unpack Llama 3.2 a bit. What makes it so special in the AI world? What sets it apart?
Well, let's say you're struggling to write, like, a really important email.
Oh, been there.
Right. So Llama 3.2 could actually help you craft that perfect message. It can even adapt its style and tone to match what you need.
Wow. So it's not just about spitting out generic responses, it's actually understanding the context and nuance. That's seriously impressive. But I'm curious, how do they even get something as advanced as Llama to work on a phone?
Right, because our phones aren't exactly supercomputers, at least not yet. Well, the article mentions they're using a specific version of Llama 3.2 called the Q4KM GGUF variant, and this version is optimized for mobile devices.
So it's like a sports car,
Yeah.
designed for speed and handling.
Exactly. It's about efficiency and performance, all in a compact package.
So they basically shrunk down all that AI power into something that our phones can handle.
Yeah.
Pretty clever. But does it actually work? Like, can our phones really handle this level of AI? I'm a little skeptical.
I hear you. It does sound almost too good to be true. But the article actually shares some user-reported performance data, and it's actually really impressive.
Okay, let's hear it. What kind of numbers are we talking about?
Well, one user reported achieving a processing speed of 11 tokens per second.
Okay, for those of us who don't speak fluent AI, what does 11 tokens per second actually translate to in the real world?
Sure, so think of a token as a small chunk of text, like a word or a punctuation mark. So 11 tokens per second basically means that AI is processing and generating text incredibly fast.
Okay, so we're talking like a sentence or two every second. That's pretty impressive for something that's running on your phone.
Right. Makes it feel a lot more responsive, right?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like on-device AI is becoming a lot more viable than ever.
But how does it actually work? I mean, can you give us a quick peek behind the curtain without getting too technical? What's the magic behind PocketPal?
Sure. So the article mentions two key components, llama.cpp and llama.rn. Think of llama.cpp as the engine that's running the AI, and then llama.rn is kind of like the translator, allowing the AI to talk to the app.
So llama.cpp is doing the heavy lifting, the thinking, and then llama.rn is making sure your phone can actually understand and use all that brain power.
That's fascinating. It's like this perfectly coordinated dance happening behind the scenes, all to make this powerful AI run smoothly on our phones. And, get this, the developer has even hinted at potentially open sourcing PocketPal in the future. Now, for those who aren't familiar with open source software, can you break down what that means? Why is it such a big deal?
Yeah, so open sourcing is basically like giving the keys to the kingdom away. It means making the app's code freely available for anyone to examine, modify, even redistribute.
So it's like taking this already impressive technology and saying, here, world, let's make it even better together.
Exactly. And that often leads to a wave of innovation and improvements, all driven by this global community of developers. It's really quite powerful when it works well.
It's like taking this already amazing tech and just kind of unleashing it. Letting anyone with the skills and the passion contribute to making it even better.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like this whole spirit of collective creativity where you're really harnessing the power of, well, everyone to push the boundaries of what this tech can do.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it. But we've geeked out about the tech quite a bit here. Let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Mm.
What does this actually mean for the average person? Why should someone listening to us right now be excited about this? About PocketPal AI and this whole idea of having so much AI power right there in their pocket.
Well, it's more than just convenience, right? It's about giving people access to these really sophisticated tools that maybe, up until now, were pretty much out of reach.
It's like giving everyone their own personal think tank.
Exactly. Imagine like a world where you don't even have to think about language barriers, where creativity is something everyone has access to, where learning is personalized and always right there at your fingertips, literally.
It's like having a universal translator, a creative writing coach, and your own personal tutor all rolled into one.
Yeah, exactly. And remember those real world situations we were talking about earlier? Let's say you're a student. Maybe you don't have the most reliable internet access. Well, now you've got tools to help you study, even when you're offline. Or let's say you're traveling in another country, you don't speak the language. You can translate signs, read menus, all without needing data.
Yeah, what about those of us who, sometimes struggle to find the right words? Like you're writing an email and you just feel stuck. PocketPal AI could be a game changer for that kind of stuff. It's like having a brainstorming buddy on demand.
Right. And the thing is, all of this, it goes way beyond just language, really. This
Huh.
article, they focus on Llama 3.2, which is obviously incredibly impressive, but this is really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to on-device AI.
Okay, now you've really got me thinking. So we're talking about a future where AI isn't just something out there in the cloud. It's like seamlessly integrated into our lives all the time.
Exactly. Imagine an app, right, that helps you compose music, even if you've never played an instrument in your life. Or like an app that can diagnose what's wrong with your plants just by analyzing a photo you take on your phone.
It's like instead of our phones just being these tools to capture the world around us, they're actually helping us understand it, interact with it in totally different ways.
Totally. Think about the potential in healthcare, right? What if your phone could help you monitor your own health with AI-powered accuracy, even give you personalized recommendations in real time based on your own data?
You'd be like having a personal health expert
Yeah.
right there in your pocket. No more waiting for appointments. You've got instant insights, personalized advice.
Exactly. I mean, the potential benefits, it's not just about individuals, right? It's for society as a whole.
And if you remember those performance metrics we were talking about earlier, the article mentioned users were already getting 11 tokens per second, and that's on today's phones. Imagine what those numbers are going to look like in a year, 2 years, as phones become even more powerful.
Yeah, we're really just at the beginning of this whole mobile AI explosion.
It's exciting.
As processing power increases and these AI models become even more sophisticated, the only real limit to what we can do with on-device AI is, well, our imagination.
And with developments like PocketPal, and especially with that potential for it to become open source, who knows what kind of amazing innovations are right around the corner. It really feels like an amazing time to be following the world of AI, especially when you consider the power it's putting right into our pockets. Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of on-device AI. A huge thank you to our expert for being here, for breaking down this incredible technology with us, and for painting such a vivid picture of what the future holds.
Happy to be here. It's always fun to geek out about this stuff.
And to our listeners, we want to hear from you. What AI-powered future are you most excited to see on your phone? Head over to our website, find us on social media. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, keep exploring.